Hey BookTube, this is Friday Reads. I'm Jen and I talk about audiobooks. And I'm really glad to be back this week. I know I missed last Friday and I actually did film a Friday Reads, and the sound was just so bad that I really couldn't fix it in the editing process. So yeah, I just thought better not to do it and then just catch up this week. I've been traveling, I've been waking up in so many time zones, I don't even know my name, but I'm home, thank God. I've been home for, about 3 days now. It was great to see my two daughters that are twins. They're the oldest. One is in Alaska, in Anchorage, and one is in Minneapolis. So it was just great to visit with them. Actually, the younger of the two that lives in Minneapolis, I surprised her by showing up, just showing up. When your mom lives 4 states away and, like 12 hours away, and she just shows up on your doorstep, I just thought it would be great. And she was really happy, and we had a really nice time together. So I have been reading a lot, and on every plane, motion tends to just rock me to sleep. I'm like a baby. And so it doesn't matter if it's a plane, a train, a car, it just doesn't matter. And so because of that, when I would be on a plane and I'd be listening, I would tend to want to nod off. And some of the time I was nodding off because I was flying like overnight. When I went to Minneapolis, I had been up since 7:30 in the morning in Alaska, and I didn't get to Minneapolis until 5 o'clock that next evening. So I don't know, it was like, 3 hours earlier than that for me, but I'd still been up for over 24 hours, so it was really, I was starting to just nod off. Suffice it to say, I was too tired to read some of the time. I really did try, though, to finish a couple of books. And, the upshot of that is that I don't really get into reading slumps. I get picky about what I want to read next, but I'm always reading. I always have a book going. The thing is, I slow way down. Instead of being kind of at the pace that I normally go. When I feel slumpy, I just go slow. And a good indicator of that is the fact that I read 27 books in October. I think about 4 of those were DNFs, but this is a lot of books. In November, last month, I read 10. That's a big difference. Like, I read less than half the amount of books that I read in October. So case in point, I really wasn't in a slump. I just slowed way down. So this weekend, let me just talk about what I'm reading. And that would be book 4 in the Awakens series by Elise Kova. This I'm reading on my iPad because it's not available on audio, although she has a prequel series starting to come out, and it's being released on Audible. And so I'm hoping that because she's doing the prequel series, that she will then in turn go ahead and have this whole Awakens series recorded on on audio. It's a 5-book series and no novellas that I know of, and I'm on book 4, and it's called Water's Wrath. And my good friend Michaela, Eve, and I, we talk every day, and we've been talking about this series because she was the one that recommended it to me. It's YA fantasy, and we've talked about the fact that we really like it so much better than Throne of Glass, which is another YA series by the very well-known Sarah J. Maas, and this just stands head and shoulders above that one. It was a little bit slow for me to get into at first, but once I did, no contest. I love this main character way more than Selena Sardothien, who is the main character in Throne of Glass. So yeah, for what it's worth, this one's worth trying. I'm also listening to What Light by Jay Asher, and on audio this is narrated by Mandy Siegfried. I don't know. This is a Christmas book, and I've waited to read it. I got it from Penguin Random House to review, and I've been waiting until it was Christmas season to read it. And yeah, it's a Hallmark movie, YA Hallmark movie, really. It's really quickly paced. It's about a young girl whose family runs a Christmas tree farm in California, and they actually live in Oregon, so they go down every season, and she falls in love. And you know, there's a big mystery going on about the guy that she's falling for, and he's stretching it out in a way that not in a good way. It's like, let's just get to the point already. Really, quit drawing this out. And everybody's really happy. And I am about 2/3 of the way through the book, and I'm not impressed so far, I gotta tell you. Sadly. And also, Mandy Siegfried, the way she reads this book, she reads it. She's not really a voice actor. I think she's making a stab at being a voice actor, but the way she's reading it is, you know, she'll read a sentence, and then she'll stop, and then she'll read another sentence, and then she reads another sentence with a whole lot of expression, and then she'll read some dialogue, and it sounds like this, and then she'll read the next sentence. So you can tell the pausing is what makes it reading rather than voice acting. It's not like I'm there present in the story. No. And everybody's way too happy. And I think that has to do with the narrator, because I think if I were reading this, I wouldn't get that. Anyway, so that's not looking real promising. But, you know, in this December, I've tried to kind of line my books up, I want to say, so that I'm only reading Christmas books. Because I think, you know, that's a good thing to do. The trouble is, there aren't a lot of Christmas books on audio. A lot of them are on my iPad, iBooks. So, I don't know. I'm going to do the best I can. So, if you hear a lot of Christmas books from me this month, that'll be why. Anyway, so that's what I'm reading this weekend. What are you reading this weekend? Let me know. Let's talk about it in comments. Are you reading anything Christmassy? Are you in the season? Do you have your tree yet? Normally we would go get our tree by about now, but I'm going to be busy tomorrow and Sunday, so there isn't going to be the chance to go get it. So, well, I've got to get that done. Anyway, let me know what you're reading, and that's it for now for me. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.